Hello everyone. So in this particular video, what we will be doing will be discussing some important schemes again, which are vital for UPSC prelims or which are very important from the point of view of UPSC prelims. So let's not waste any time. Let's start discussing the first thing which we are, and again, this is government scheme notes of mine. So first of all, we'll discuss the important, very important ones, and then we'll go to the which are those schemes which are less important. Not less important. What I mean to say is we'll prioritize. So we'll do it in a what do you say priority basis. We'll do it on a priority basis. So let's start. So first is midday meal scheme, important, and Tamil Nadu has been a pioneer in it, TN, and based on the success of midday meal scheme in Tamil Nadu, led government to start midday meals or let central government to start midday meal scheme on a what do you say whole India basis. So it covers school going children from class 1 to 8. Remember this? It covers school going children from class 1 to 8. There is a certain calorie and protein requirement to be served to children. You don't need to remember all those specific data. Now, cooking cost is shared between, as we know, that there is a central sector scheme and central sponsor scheme and all those things. So, based on that, the cooking cost is shared between states and how it is shared. So, there is a 60-40 ratio for non-NER, what is northeastern states or northeastern region, for non-northeastern region and UTs with legislature. And what are the UTs with legislature? Delhi and Puducherry, right? So for these areas or these states and UTs, there's a 60-40 ratio. 100% is for remaining UTs, Daman and Diu and all those. So apart from Delhi and Puducherry, other UTs are getting 100% contribution from state, means central government, right? And 90-10 means 90 by central and 10 by states. So it is for northeastern region and Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir and Uttarakhand, right? So 60-40 between for non-northeastern region and UTs with legislature, that is Delhi Puducherry. 100% for remaining UTs, that is Union Territory. 90-10 for northeastern region. So in this case, understand this. What they are saying is 90 means 90% will be contributed by central government and 10% will be contributed by those states for northeastern region and Himachal, JNK and Uttarakhand. Now, just a second. Midday meal scheme is also important because we generally uh, believe that everybody will be given the meal. So it's only for school going children from class 1 to 8, right? So let's see one basic. Just a second. Now again, there was certain controversy related to midday meal scheme, right? So this is how the midday meal scheme is going on, right? And yes, very vital component of the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. It's a very vital component of Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. And what is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan? So let's go and let's read that also. Let's do the parallel study. So we have done midday meal scheme. I also have to do National Health Policy 2017. But before we do that, let's do Samagra Shiksha. And this is very important because this is a scheme which has been introduced by our new government, right? So it has subsumed three erstwhile centrally sponsored schemes, which was Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, and teacher education. Very, very, very important. So what is Samagra Shiksha? Samagra Shiksha is a what do you say? Uh, it's an umbrella scheme which has subsumed three erstwhile centrally sponsored schemes such as Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan (SSA), Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan (RMSA), and teacher education, that is TE. Right. Now, see, understand this is a centrally sponsored. There are two things. One is called centrally sponsored scheme and central sector scheme. So, in central sector scheme, 100% contribution is given by central sector scheme. 100% contribution is given by center. But in centrally sponsored scheme, there are different criteria: 60-40, 90-10, 100%, and all those scenarios are there. 60-40, 90-10, and all those scenarios are there. So, based on that, but in central sector scheme, 100% contribution is given by center. Right. So here, Samagra Shiksha has subsumed three centrally sponsored scheme, that is SSA, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, and teacher education. And why I'm saying it again and again, because this is very important from exam point of view. And it is an overarching program which is extending from preschool to class 12. So it's subsuming, you can understand the ambit of Samagra Shiksha. It's very wide. It is bridging gender and social category gaps and all those things, right? So this is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. Just a second. So midday meal scheme we have just seen. Now let's see Samagra Shiksha. So as you can see, this is Samagra Shiksha. MHRD is the ministry, and we do and it's very obvious also. So since it is Samagra Shiksha, it is MHRD is the nodal ministry. And see, SSA, RMA में आपस में होगा, विलय and all those stuff they are written here. And this has become Samagra Shiksha. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan. And not only this, even teacher education has been subsumed. So all these things has become Samagra Shiksha. Now let's go and read National Health Policy. So National Health Policy 2017. Earlier, there were two other national health policies which were subsumed, which were made framed. That is, I think, NHP 1983 and NHP 2002. So this is the third national health policy in the last 40 years or so. So National Health Policy 2017, which what is very important is they are talking about PPP. Like you must have remembered, there was a public-private partnership proposed by Niti Aayog in health sector, which is still a proposal. Right. So this NHP also talks about private sector participation and collaboration for strategic purchasing and capacity building to strengthen the mental health services and disaster management. The most important part of national health policy is that this particular portion, that it is advocating allocating up to two-thirds of public healthcare expenditure, two-thirds, around 67% of it is advocating that we should be allocating around 67% of public health expenditure to primary care. Right. First contact of what do you say, patients with the what do you say, with the doctors and all those things. When the first contact happens, it is a contact of primary care, right? So 60% public health care expenditure they're talking about. NHP 2017 is talking about allocating to primary care. And they're also saying that we should be increasing our healthcare expenditure to 2.5%. Currently, it is hovering around 1.4%. Right now, they are also NHP 2017 is also talking about better means Ayush. They are also talking about promoting Ayush. It envisages better access to Ayush. What is this Ayush? Ayush is see, earlier it was a department. Now Ayush Ministry has been formed. So it is Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, Yoga and Naturopathy, Unani Siddha, right, and Homeopathy. Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, right, Unani, Siddha, and Homeopathy. So this is a separate ministry now. Better access to Ayush remedies to mainstream potential of Ayush. So these are the major points. Now, just a second. Now, if you want to see, as we have talked right now, you can see even in their basic proposal, they have sought plethora of options to choose among yoga and Ayush umbrella of remedies. So they're promoting, HP 2017 is even promoting Ayush and all those alternative medical care. And as we have discussed earlier also, this is NHP 2017. Earlier NHPs were NHP 1983 and NHP 2002. So NHP 2002 was focusing on communicable disease, but NHP 2017 is very wide in its nature. Now let's move on and let's talk about National Nutrition Mission. So National Nutrition Mission, see, and before doing National Nutrition Mission, let's try to understand stunting and wasting. There are two terms which is called stunting and second is called wasting. Stunting is low height for age. Stunting is low height for age. And what is wasting? Low weight. Wasting is low weight for height. So stunting and wasting. So National Nutrition Mission NNM is targeting to reduce stunting, that is low height for age, undernutrition, anemia. Anemia is lack of RBCs, which happens due to iron deficiency, lack of RBCs, red blood cells. Anemia among young children, women, and adolescent girls, and reduced low birth weight. So there are four targets. Target of reducing stunting, undernutrition, anemia, and low birth weight by 2%, 2%, 3%, and 2% per annum respectively. So this 3%, this has been allocated to what? Or this is a target of reducing what? Anemia. So they want to reduce stunting by 2%, undernutrition by 2%, anemia by 3%, and low birth weight by 2%. Now, one thing which we have to understand is, although, just a second, one thing that what we have to understand is, although their target is to reduce stunting by 2% per annum, but even then they are striving, or the ambitious aim is to achieve reduction in stunting from the current stunting rate is 38.4% according to NFHS 4. What is NFHS 4? National Family Health Survey 4. So current stunting rate is 38.4%. They want to reduce it to 25% by 2022. So this is Mission 25 by 2022. If they ask you what is Mission 25 by 2022, so this is related to stunting. They can directly ask you this in prelims. What is Mission 25 by 2022? So this is related to stunting, where the government is aiming to reduce stunting from 38.4% to 25% by 2022 under NNM. And then all states and districts will be covered in a phased manner. So this is National Nutrition Mission. Now, see. So this is all these cutie pie pictures which you can see here is related to National Nutrition Mission, right? And we have discussed the basic points. 4 basic objectives are there. Anemia, they want to reduce by 3%, all other by 2%. Stunting and wasting, we have seen the difference between stunting and wasting. Now let's go and let's discuss one more thing. Let's discuss what are these things. Like national policies on narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances is led down by Ministry of Finance. You understand this? If you see, based on this, there are 2 things, which is one is called India is sandwiched between Golden Triangle and Golden Crescent. This Golden Triangle is in Southeast Asia, is portion of Southeast Asia where there is plethora presence, or where there is plethora of drug mafias and all those stuff, right? Southeast Asia, Golden Triangle. Golden Crescent is the area of Iran, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. And if you want to see this, and these why we are saying, because these are the areas where there is presence of like drug and all those stuffs, right? Too much of, and Taliban is being funded by these uh, drug manufacturing and all those things. And these drug, I'm saying it's not in the positive sense, because drug is also used for medical care. It's drug which are like cocaine and all those stuff, and cannabis and all those stuff. So first of all, just a second. So yes, let's try to see the figure of Golden Triangle and Golden Crescent, because if I say this is Golden Triangle and this is Golden Crescent, it's very, sometimes we mix Golden Triangle and Golden Crescent. We shouldn't be doing it, right? So let's just see that. Just a second. So as you can see in this particular figure, this area is the Golden Crescent, right? This particular region is the Golden Crescent, which is the area of Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan. This is Golden Crescent. And this particular area is Golden Triangle, which is occupying, or which is containing the area of Burma, Laos, Thailand, and all those things. Burma is Myanmar. So Golden Triangle, Southeast Asia. Golden Crescent is the our western neighborhood comprising Iran, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. Now, so what we are studying was, what are these policies and under which ministry they lie. Generally, it's very easy to get overboard and think that national policy on narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances will be under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment or Home Affairs, because they are dealing with boundary stuff and all those things. But no, national policies on narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances is led down by Ministry of Finance, which is very important. If you know this, you know this. If you don't know, there's very high probability of getting it wrong in prelims. So national policy on narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances is led down by Ministry of Finance. Similarly, and not even exactly similarly, but assistance for prevention of, now there is another policy, assistance for prevention of alcoholism and substance abuse is a flagship scheme of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So here, if you make a guess, there is a very high probability that you will get it correct. But in the case of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances policy, that is led down by Ministry of Finance, but assistance for prevention of alcoholism and substance abuse is a flagship scheme of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So that's it. We'll keep until here only. In the next session, we'll keep on sharing, we'll keep on discussing important things which are vital for prelims, right? So that's it. Thank you.